All right, so let's take a look at again. This is from Nick Bromberg of Yahoo Sports, and this is the last week that we get to do this little social experiment because next week is when the first college football playoff rankings officially come out. So we'll kind of go back to what we've done in years past, and kind of react to them, and we'll kind of see where we go from there with those. But this is what the playoff ranking would look like if the season ended today, based on the AP top 25. So your first round buys would be Oregon at 1, Georgia 2, Miami 3, and BYU at 4. Those would be your 4 highest ranked conference champions. Your first round matchups would be number 5 Penn State hosting Boise State, the number 12 team in the playoff, as your G5 champion. Then you would have number 6 Ohio State hosting number 11 Clemson, number 7 Texas hosting number 10 Texas A&M, and number 8 Tennessee hosting number 9 Notre Dame. So we're not going to do like we've done the last couple of weeks. What I want to do is go over like percent based on what this field is, percentages of each team's chance of winning the national title. But looking at the field as we have it, what is like the most intriguing, or is there like an intriguing matchup? Is there an intriguing second round matchup that you guys would see coming out of these first round matchups before we dive into that?
Does anybody else think Tennessee and Notre Dame would be quality football?
That'd be I was looking at that too.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, Notre Dame shouldn't be ranked ahead of Boise State, but that's a separate conversation.
I mean, your best sell, in my opinion, is obviously Texas A&M.
Right.
I mean, that's fun.
Sure.
And as much as we love Boise State, as much as we love the running game, I don't know that that's a terrible matchup for Penn State, because Penn State, you got to stop the run some, but Penn State doesn't want a team that's going to run the score up on them, because I don't know that they can.
I also don't think that that's going to be the matchup.
Correct. I think that the reason why Mike and I mostly picked that is we're fairly certain that Penn State will not remain at number 5.
No. So this won't be an issue. But that matchup there would actually, in my opinion, be a decent draw for Penn State when you look at some of these other teams that can throw. I think that would be a decent starting point. But like you said,
Grand Slam.
Point.
I also think that there's a world where Boise State is ranked higher.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
Right.
Because if Clemson loses the ACC title game,
when Clemson loses.
Correct.
By the way, that bottom left corner is 3 to 5 teams I hate the most in college football, all right in that low corner. Miami, Clemson, Ohio State, right there.
Well, that's not going to stay. That's not going to stay that way, because
thank God
Clemson's probably going to move. Ohio State probably moves.
Yeah.
I mean, most of these teams, minus the ones sitting out in front, are going to move probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, most likely, because I think they're still
sitting out in front there, Sean. Like, do you mean
like 1 and 2? Okay. I mean, and probably 3, but like that could falter. You just never know. But I mean, BYU.
I mean, Tennessee still has to play Georgia.
Yeah.
I think
Tennessee could just be out.
Clemson and Miami would play in the ACC title game.
The easy one. Oh, sorry. Go
obviously, Penn State and Ohio State play 4 days from now. So,
if Tennessee were to beat Georgia, that would really shake this whole thing up.
Well, and then I mean, in Texas A&M, like, I mean, again, right now that like A&M, if they win out, they're going to be one of the 2 teams in the SEC title game. So either they're going to end up as a first round bye, or they're going to end up out.
If A&M wins out, that means they beat Texas on November 30th.
Oh, that's right. They play each other.
So
that matchup's
that matchup is still out there. So there's a lot of these teams that still.
This definitely ain't gonna hold.
What I would say right now, looking at the 12 teams that are here, if you're telling me that 8 of the 12 of them stay in this bracket in some way, shape, or form, I would say good luck.
Right.
I can.
Yeah, 8 feels high.
What the fuck are you talking about, man?
I'm your Huckleberry. I could pick your 8.
Okay.
BYU's going to stay.
Mhm.
Boise's going to stay. You down with those?
Yep. Fine.
Quack motherfucker.
Yep.
Miami, I think stays.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
easy.
Georgia, I think stays.
Is that 5?
Yeah.
That's 5.
5.
No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5. Yeah. The reason why I'm thinking 6 is because I haven't said it yet. Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
7 is Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
That was the other one that I thought you were going to say.
And then 8, listen, have I said Notre Dame yet? Because I think
No, you
I
didn't.
think Notre Dame's going to hold because their schedule sucks ass, whether anybody wants to admit it or not. It's just.
I mean, I've never said that this year's schedule was hard.
Who
Kyle.
said it was you, Jim? Are you having a guilty conscience?
Uh-oh.
I mean,
I've never heard Muehlheisen say it. He's an Irish.
I mean, I'm
guy.
one of the 2 Notre Dame fans on the panel today.
3,
so-
sir. 3 tonight. You keep forgetting that Matt, albeit a diva who only appears when he feels like it, is an Irish fan.
I mean, he's not here to answer, so I'm not going to speak for him.
I'm not asking you to. I'm just wondering why. Maybe I'm asking him questions too, as if he's listening to the podcast.
Bing.
You know,
I mean, you picked the right 8. I still feel like with all the cross playing with Texas A&M,
Yeah.
Tennessee, Georgia, and like just looking at
So
it could get sloppy, you know. And I mean, Penn State's not going to upend Ohio State. I don't see that happening.
So what we're saying realistically
More on that
is A&M, Tennessee, Clemson,
Penn State are out.
Penn State.
Those are the 4 out.
Those
Yeah.
are the 4 out.
Yeah.
well, and even if one of those manages to hang on, I think the 8 I pick stay.
Well, if one of those 4
Yeah.
hangs on, then someone else is probably like.
Well, like for example,
You're not getting a 9th team in.
if Miami and Clemson both win out and Clemson wins the title game, I think they'll both still make the playoff though at that point.
Correct.
Yeah, and
Correct.
especially if it is a close game, which by all accounts it probably should be if Clemson's going to win, then
Right.
I think then because I mean by that point, you know, Miami's currently 5th again. AP, we'll see what the committee does next week, but with the I don't see them dropping 10+ spots with a close loss to what would be a top
Absolutely.
10 or 11 Clemson team at that point.
Yeah, that happens, and they'll totally let in an undefeated Iowa State, or excuse me, not undefeated, 1 loss Iowa State. No, that's not going to happen. They're
Right.
more likely to let Dion in at that point with 2 losses.
I mean,
They
they
are
made it in
ranked.
the Big 12, right? And then, but then that would knock
They
BYU
shouldn't be
out.
ranked.
Uh-oh.
Who
But-
should be ranked?
Colorado.
Colorado.
Stop.
I would have rather have kept Vanderbilt ranked over fucking Colorado.
You think those cowards would do that?
No, they didn't want to rank
Um,
them in the first place.
That's the point.
I think both be ranked, to be honest with you. But this is
That
me.
would be fun, EJ. You're not wrong, but
right.
all right, but let's look
Mike-
at the.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
EJ.
No, I'm good. Go ahead.
Let's look at the field of 12, and like I said, because doing the hypothetical matchup exercise again, is going to yield probably a similar result. So let's look at the field of 12 that we have in front of us today.
Right.
Again, will dramatically change again this weekend, probably. But let's start. We'll go 12-1. And what percent odds you guys think these teams have of winning the national championship? Not making it to there, not getting a couple rounds, actually winning the national championship. So we'll start at number 12 with Boise State. Mikey B.
And Jim, I know we talked about it a little bit in the in our chat earlier in the week. You want us to take this somewhat rapid fire, like at the very least, limit discussion post percent.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll just get a feel what everybody thinks and kind of get as a group like an average percent kind of thing.
Sure.
And Jim, is this solely based on this graph alone, right? Based on what could happen and all that, right?
These 12 teams.
These 12 teams,
Right. But based on the matchup,
percentage chance that these 12 teams, one by one, are going to win the national championship.
listen, call some backup, let someone else chase the perp for a bit and participate in the bid.
I think EJ, I think you can take it for however you want it. Like if we say Boise State, you think like, well, they'll probably, and you want to hypothetically say, well, they get in as an 8 and they would be here. Like,
Right,
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Right, because
do a realistic percentage. I don't think it's My brain
Hey,
can't wrap my head around getting them through this.
If you want to think of it from the aspect of the field's going to change, but Boise State's still going to be in there, then
Right.
Because
by all
this,
means.
based on this alone, this graphic in this bracket here, their chances are a lot higher on this bracket than it would be on when it's actually.
But
So,
the question is Boise State's percentage chance of winning the national championship.
okay,
That's the question. I'll let
let's do it.
your big brain
No problem.
work that out for itself. Mikey B, Boise State, what percent odds?
2.5%.
All right. Ernest.
0.0.
Sean.
4.
All right. Kyle.
The optimist that I am, even though I have hate in my heart, says 5%.
I wanted to say 5, but
Yeah,
EJ talked me down.
I'll go 4.5%. Any team has a chance, but
I'm not a hater
very
of this.
slow. All right, number 11, Clemson. Mikey B.
0. Fuck Dabo.
That's the right answer.
I would love to go there 5%, but yeah, fuck that. Will still.
All right, Sean.
1.
All right, Kyle.
-67. An entire satchel of Richards to Dabo Sweeney.
Also the right answer. Again, since it literally can't be 0, I guess I will say like 3%. All right, number 10, Texas A&M. Mikey B.
7%.
All right, EJ.
0% because there's no way in hell they're beating any of these teams at all.
All right, Sean.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's better than Boise State's chance. Give me 8. We'll double it.
All right, Kyle.
8 is a good number. I go with 8.
I'll go 12%. I need to see more. I need to see more with if it's got a full-time quarterback change, and if so, I got to see more with with the new quarterback, because they certainly looked a lot better once they made the change. But yeah, would be a very hard field ahead of them, not only in their final regular season game, but also in the SEC title game. But if they can get through those, then dear God, I guess anything's up to it. Number 9, Notre Dame. Mikey B.
Should be fun.
10%.
All right.
2%.
All right, Sean.
I would say a realistic 12, but a homer 16. Give me 16%.
Very good. Kyle.
The Notre Dame hater that does not hate Notre Dame says 10%.
Okay. Well, if I gave A&M 12 and Notre Dame beat A&M, then I have to go higher. So I'll go 15%.
All right, I'm the high man.
I'm not some of the defensive lapses is what really would concern me. The deeper you get into the postseason.
Yeah.
Devin giving us 20%.
I think they're
Really?
Devin says 20% chance.
well.
There you go.
Devin,
Devin. Hey, now.
No,
Speaking of high man, you must be high man.
I mentioned the point about high-powered offenses and Notre Dame's defense, Jim.
Oh,
like
man.
Do math.
Yankees
Exactly.
are alive.
you smoke crack, don't you? But like, I feel like getting paired with a Tennessee, for example, in the first round could be just as dangerous. Not for nothing.
Sure, yeah, but I mean, if you escape that, or you end up with a slightly better first round matchup,
Like a Penn State.
yeah, like the deeper you end up going in, the more difficult, at least theoretically speaking, the field gets.
That's what she said.
All right, number 8, Tennessee, Mikey B.
I'm going to go 14%.
All right, EJ.
You know what? Let's go 20%.
All right, Sean.
Much I hate to say it, I agree with EJ. 20%. That's right where I was at.
Good job, buddy.
Kyle.
Don't
gonna
encourage or coach
This
me.
dude once again copying my notes and just happens to give his answer first. 20% is correct.
Calm down, bro.
I'll go, honestly, I'm going to go about the same as Notre Dame. I'm going to say 15%. The road to here, but if they keep progressing, then we'll see. Anything's an opportunity. Devin has 15%
Okay.
for Tennessee. Number 7, Texas, Mike.
45%.
Damn.
All right, well, that's there's the jump. There's the jump.
Yeah.
EJ.
Jeez, definitely in the 40s, 45% as well. Yeah.
All right, Sean.
First, I would like to edit my last two, even though no one's probably writing them down. I feel like I feel like I need to put Notre Dame higher at like a 20 or 22, just because of the road they have to get there, and just like pretty much should be there. And Tennessee, I don't know if Tennessee's going to get there. I feel 20's high just because I don't know if they're going to get out of the SEC alive with that Georgia game. So I'm going to dock them down. They're going to 14. Notre Dame's going to 20.
I guess the question would be how many SEC teams think will get into the playoff. That's the question. At least I say at least 4. That's the bottom. It's 4.
You think 4?
At
I was
least
going to
4.
say 3 to 4. So yeah, I can buy 4.
Yeah.
But who am I in on now?
You said,
Texas.
Oh, Texas. Yeah, this is the jump. Texas, give me 35.
All right, Kyle.
25.
Wow.
Ooh, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna go a little higher with Texas as well. And I'm gonna go 40%. Devin is 35 for Texas. Next one, number 6, Ohio State. Mikey B.
27.
All right, EJ.
30%.
All right, Sean.
I think this is my 45.
Mm.
I like their road there, and I like their chances once they're in.
All right, Kyle.
10.
Yeah, I'm coming back down a little bit with the Buckeyes, and I'm gonna go 20%. They are at best the second best team in the Big Ten. Joe has 15% for Ohio State. Devin is 10% for Ohio State. Last one in what would be the first round matchups. Number 5, Penn State. Mikey B.
0.
Negative
right.
15. Because no way in fucking hell if they even get into the playoff, much less. We'll see. But yeah, no shot.
All right, Sean.
2. I'll give them 2.
You're nice.
Just because. So we can't. If I keep them in the negatives, then someone's got to give them some hope. So I'll be that guy.
We'll see more this weekend. Yeah.
Kyle.
Can I have some assistance from the soundboard, please, Jim?
We got a
0.0.
Thank you.
Suck on that, James.
Yeah. Again, because I can't say 0 because I guess like 1. We'll go 1.
You can say 0.
Anything can happen. We'll say 1. Joe has 0. Devin has 0.01%.
Like I said, you can say 0 because they'd be right.
I rounded down.
There you go. All right, number 4, BYU. Mike.
I'm gonna go 15.5%.
Ooh.
Okay. EJ.
Love the story, but you know what? I'll give it a 10% chance.
Sean.
5
All right.
at best.
At best. Kyle.
I'm going to milk this pick. 2.
2.
Pew, pew, pew.
Pew, pew, pew.
Got it.
Oh, maybe
Got
make it 3. Sorry. Pew, pew, pew. Yeah, that's 3 pew.
There you go. Yeah, I feel like this one's still pretty low. I'll go 10%. But and I think that's because if they end up with the bye, they're going to end up with a potential easier matchup if the first round can be an upset.
If I may, Jim, I feel like what they're going to do is end up hosting an SEC team that sneaks in Provo.
Well, so they're not going to win the Big 12?
They're going to win the Big 12,
So then they'll
but
play the
Boise
CFB.
State will be higher than 12 ranked.
Right, they'll play a Tennessee.
So whoever gets in,
Oh, so you're okay. I see what you're saying. You're saying
Like if there's 4 SEC teams that get in, they might get the 4th one.
Yeah.
they might
right,
get
because
Tennessee.
in fact,
so you're saying that the 4 buys would be Big Ten champ, SEC champ, ACC champ, and then Boise State.
No. I'm not saying that.
I think he's
Okay,
saying
well,
BYU stays there,
Like,
but
let's say
teams
Boise
they draw
State-
would be ugly.
let's say Boise State's 11th, right? And Clemson doesn't make the playoff as I predicted in August. That SEC team that sneaks in, that's the extra one, or that Big Ten team that sneaks in, that's the extra one. That's who, like, I mean, for example, here it would be Penn State, but we know it won't be Penn State.
Hold on.
They wouldn't go to Provo though. They would play in the Fiesta Bowl.
Excuse me. that still messes me up with the.
Yeah,
They don't.
okay,
They don't
that's-
host in the second round.
That's where my confusion was because the first round it's at the higher ranked team. The
I got
second
that.
round,
Right. Stuff. That's
gotcha. Okay, that's where I was getting confused. I'm like, I'm going
Mental
off
break.
the-
I thought I was saying Boise State 4 because Iowa State.
Gotcha.
Hell
Okay,
no.
I see. I see what you're saying now. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, if
Okay.
anything, that would be Colorado that does that.
So
Good. Speak it into existence, buddy.
did we all got through BYU?
Yep.
Okay. Joe had 12%. Devin has 12%. Next one, number 3, Miami. Mikey B.
I'm gonna go. This is probably the highest team I've had so far. I'm gonna go 50% on the Canes.
Wow.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, well hold on. Hold
No,
on.
it's okay.
Fuck Clemson. Fuck Ohio State. If Georgia and Texas is a bloodbath and somebody comes out of it banged up, then you're sitting here and basically everybody aside from me has said that Oregon is questionable as the number 1 team in the nation. So if you're telling me that the national title game is Miami versus Oregon, they've got to at least have a 50% chance of winning that game.
I mean,
I don't think they get that far, buddy.
I mean,
Yeah.
I do. I mean, again, based on this field, I mean, which we've already gone over how many ways it'll change, but based on this field, I mean, you would get, probably the Georgia Texas rematch, and those two teams are going to beat each other up. If Miami can, dominate either a bad Clemson team or what at least some people believe is an overrated Ohio State team, then you're going to possibly have a puncher's chance depending how beat up the winner of that Georgia Texas game. So I do see the logic there. I'm not faulting the logic
based on this graph. Yes, I can see the logic on that one. But obviously, I'm going. I mean, I'm going overall.
This will drastically change next week whenever this drastically changes.
Right. Exactly.
Right. But EJ,
Not even being a hater either, but I mean, look, I'll give him a 10% chance, but I really want to say 0, but 10% chance.
Sean.
Yeah, I mean, I like them. Again, storyline's great, but 30%.
Wow.
Somewhere in there.
All right, Kyle.
8. The ACC can't dominate.
Yeah, you look. You're not going to have your conference officials when you get to these playoff games. I'll go 11% for the U. Devin has 30. Joe has, in Matt's absence, 52%. The U is back. Well played, Joe. Well played. Number 2, Georgia. Mikey B.
67.5.
My man.
All right. EJ.
I'm gonna go 65%.
Sean.
70.
Love it.
Soon in the game.
50.
I'll go 60. I'll go 60. I think they've shown they are they at times can play among the best. They've struggled at times, so I'm not 100% sold on them as other years may have, but they're definitely one of the stronger in the field. We have a Georgia homer. Jordan,
and my number, I'm being
the
conservative
comments.
too, because
Homer.
to me, it's about the matchups. If they get even a better track of the right matchups, I put the 75%. Honestly,
right?
Oh, look.
I'm a huge Georgia believer. So
Conservative. We're
Wow,
so
shocker.
surprised.
Well,
But
they're one of
thanks
the
for checking in,
deepest
Jordan.
teams. They have a
Good
great
to
coaching
see you.
staff. There's no reason.
right, it's just for the matchups. And like if no, look, if this let's say this is actually the route to the title, then it gets a little. There's a couple of pitfalls there, but
yeah. Now EJ, again, if there are 4+ SEC teams, Georgia's probably going to end up having to play one of them
That's what I'm saying. So
either,
it depends how it
either in
mapped
the
out.
second or third round.
That's my point.
And possibly
play,
the championship as well. But
familiarity will play a factor too also. So I mean, you got to give it some legs.
Devin has 50. Joe has 69%.
I like
Giggity.
that.
Yeah.
Well,
Got him.
Oh my.
And then lastly, here, number 1, Oregon. Mikey B.
Quack, quack, motherfuckers. 70. I'll go 70%.
There you go.
I won't go that high, but they got through the biggest test of the year so far. They'll play Ohio State again later in the year. Ohio State maybe. Already. We'll see.
Maybe.
As someone who's been a little apprehensive of Oregon, they've been impressive so far. Especially in the last couple weeks, been very impressive. I'll give them 60%.
All right, Sean.
I feel like 60 is fair. Yeah, I'll go right with you.
Kyle.
33%.
All right. To not give the same answer as Georgia, I will go 61% for the Ducks. I think
Let's go Ducks.
If I were betting today, my national championship would be Georgia Oregon.
You know what kills me is you cheering for that fraudulent sock hawker at quarterback. I've given you probably one of the coolest taglines this season, and it just hurts my heart.
Not a fan, huh?
Quack, motherfuckers.
Devin has 80% and also adds quack motherfuckers.
Oh my lord!
And Joe has 32%. So like you, Kyle, Joe's not a believer.
Hey, listen, all I can tell you is, Mikey B, we are friends, and when Dylan Gabriel hurts you just like you did Night Nation, I am here for hugs, buddy. I got you.
All right.
You know what? And when he does, guess what? I won't shed a tear.
There you go.
Well, fuck you too.
Here's the thing. I look at it from this perspective.
I just wanted to give you a hug, you cruel son of a bitch.
And that's fine. And as soon as I see you, I'll give you the biggest hug that we always embrace and share. But I'm going to tell you right now, it ain't going to be because of Dylan Gabriel.
Fuck you, buddy.
Dylan Gabriel, Peter Gabriel, Gabriel Iglesias. I don't give a shit.
Well played. That's the fluffy guy, right?
Yeah.
Well played.